Before buying your first or next copywriting course, you need to hear this. The quick answer is that they won't save you. And I'm going to give you a simple example, analogy actually. Imagine being a fighter and in your mind you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to hire, let's say Floyd Mayweather. I'm going to hire Mike Tyson as my coach. Okay, and all I need to do is have him as my coach and then I'm going to become the best fighter on the planet. But you got the feedback from the coach, but you never took action. You never trained. You never run. You never sparred. You never hit the bag. You never punched the pads. You never did all these things. You never watched fights on your own. You never thought about fighting. You never visualized yourself fighting. You never watched any fights. Would having the best coach in the planet help you? No, it wouldn't. In fact, what if instead of having a coach, you just took action relentlessly? You don't have a coach, you just took action. Again, you just watched fights, you just, let's say you recorded yourself throwing punches in the air, or recording yourself throwing punches in the bag, and all of this stuff, and you sparred your friends for fun. Would you be more ahead? I would argue that you would be more ahead, simply because you're taking action. Now, imagine if you had the best of both worlds. Imagine if you had the relentless action-taking thing, the mindset, and you also had a great coach. What would happen to you then? How much more ahead would you be than everybody else that either has one or the other, or doesn't, or try to mix both of them? Like, oh, I have a little bit of a work ethic, or I have a good coach, but I'm not that, interested. Copywriting courses are not a magic pill. It's not like, oh, you're gonna join the course and magically you're gonna discover some magic, outreach message that will land your client in the first 10 messages that you send. It can happen, but it probably won't. And you shouldn't expect it that way. And for as long as I remember myself expecting to get a client in my first 10 messages or my next 10 messages is the exact time that I kept being broke. I didn't land my first 6K client until I realized that, okay, it's gonna take time, and okay, it's not gonna be easy. And it actually took me 5 to 6 months of outreaching to the same client before landing them. That's how much time it can take. And I'm not saying it's gonna take that long. Students are joining my mentorship and they're landing their first 4-figure per month clients within days of joining. Spiros, another copywriter that I recorded an interview with, landed the client 1.5K a month, if I remember correctly, in a month of outreaching to them for the first time. So it can happen fast. I'm not saying it won't happen fast to you. I'm just saying that you probably shouldn't expect for it to happen fast. And if it happens fast, then it's a bonus. That's how I like to view it. So again, copywriting courses aren't a magic pill. If you're lazy, nothing will work for you. It's just like with fighting. It's just like with going to the gym. Just because you have the best training plan, if you're not taking action on that training plan, you will not build muscle. If you have the best diet plan, but you're not eating the things that you need to be eating, and you're not tracking what you need to be eating, and you're not tracking your protein and your carbs and your fats and your vitamins and everything, you will not get muscle and you won't get lean. No matter if you have the best plan. Isn't it crazy? You can have the best plan and not get the results simply because you're not taking action on it and you're lazy. And at the same time, you can have a mid or even a bad, let's say even a bad plan, but you're taking action on it every single day and you're gonna build muscle. Who do you think is gonna build the most muscle? The guy who doesn't know shit about, the guy who doesn't know shit about building muscle and going to the gym, and he just sits in his room and does 300 push-ups and 100 pull-ups and 500 squats a day, or the person who has the best training plan but he's only training once a week? Who do you think is gonna make the most progress? Of course, it's the person who's taking action every single day. So it's something I like to think about is every single time that I have a limiting belief about copywriting, this doesn't happen anymore, but it used to happen in the past. Every time I had a limiting belief about copywriting, I used to compare it to something else. Let's say fighting. Let's say you want to become the best, but you don't have a mentor. Imagine being a fighter. How ahead could you get without a coach? Not very ahead. You can make some progress, but not too ahead. Or let's say you are showing up every single day, but you're not landing clients. It's just like with fighting. It's not gonna happen overnight. The success isn't going to happen overnight. You don't just step into the gym one night and then 2 weeks later you know how to fight. You know how to step into the ring and become a professional fighter. No, it doesn't work like that. Or having a mentor or a coach, it doesn't mean you're going to land clients. It's, in my opinion, it's like 80% on the athlete and it's 20% on the mentor. That's what I believe. So the mentor is just there to give you guidance. The coach is just there to give you guidance, tell you what to do. And then it's up to you to apply these things. If you don't take action on what they give you, it's almost like they don't give you. Like if you decide to join my mentorship or the Copy Cartel, where I'm going to help you land premium clients, and you don't apply what I'm showing you, you don't apply anything that I teach you, then yeah, you will not get results. You won't get a single reply, you won't land clients, you won't make money. I'm not saying. What would the gurus do? Yeah, just join, tap a few buttons, you're going to outage for 5 minutes a day, and you're going to land clients. No, I'm not going to say that. I clearly told one of my students, Spiro, that, bro, if you want to land clients, he used to be working 4 to 6 hours a day and then he would fuck around the rest of the day. And I told him, bro, how fast do you want to land clients? As fast as possible. How fast do you want to prove to your parents wrong, get them to stop fucking around, to stop annoying you, stop telling you should go to college, do this. How fast do you want this? As fast as possible. Okay, you have 16 hours in a day, 12 to 14 hours a day you're going to be working, 12 hours you're going to be going to the gym, and sometime you're going to be going out with friends and girls. That's exactly what I told him. And guess what? 1 month later, he has a 4-figure per month plus client. So he had the system, he had the proven system, and then he just decided that he was going to take relentless action, as much action as he needed to get to the final destination. This is how some of my students are able to go from 0 to 5K to 10K plus. Just because they're taking action relentlessly. They plant seeds. Outreach is just planting seeds. An outreach you send today might result in a client that you land in a few months or even years. Like the client that I'm working with right now, that we're partnering with and working with 8-9-figure companies, it's an outreach that I sent back in 2024, like February, March, April, something like that. And he had made a post on Facebook about looking for a copywriter to hire. So I reached out to him and he ghosted me. He never replied to me. Now, 2 months ago, I checked my messenger one day. I woke up and checked my messenger and I see that he has texted me. And he's like, hey, I'm looking for a copywriter who does this. Is this you? I'm like, yes. I get on a call. The first thing that happened when I get on a call, he's like, Orestes, you're hired. No interview, no nothing. And she's also like, because you're working with many clients, he's like, because he knew that I have a mentorship with very good copywriters, he's like, do you know anybody else from your mentorship who could be a good fit for this? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I know somebody. So I refer one of my students who's been in my mentorship for 12 months, and he's proven to me that he can actually deliver. His copy is actually good, and I can trust him, and he's going to give me peace of mind. And so I reach out to this copywriter, and I bring him on the next team meeting. And the thing that happens immediately is, his name is Jimmy. Jimmy, you're hired too. No need for an interview. He got very happy, and we're both working with him ever since. And so this is the mindset you need to have. A mentor is not going to save you. A good system is not going to save you. The best outreach formula is not going to save you if you don't take action on it. Remember, the best training plan won't work unless you make it work. The best training plan doesn't exist. You just need to find what works for you, apply the proven system that I'm giving you inside the mentorship and the Copy Cartel, and that's it. And if you want that for you and speedrun your process to land these premium clients, just click one of the links below to join either the Copy Cartel or the mentorship, and I hope to see you there. Peace.